Okay, good morning to one and all. This is Venkatramaya, Chebrol Engineering College, CSC Department. Today we are discussing about algorithms. So, first one, what is meant by program? The program means a set of instructions to solve the particular task or to perform the particular task. The programming development tools, that is, the program the development tools. The first one is algorithm. Okay, algorithm. What is meant by an algorithm? It is the algorithm is the finite set of instructions to perform the particular tasks. The another definition is the algorithm is the method of representing step-by-step logical procedure for solving the problem. Okay, the algorithm means a set of instructions that are used for particular task. Okay, the every algorithm must satisfy the uh, following criterias. Okay, that is the every algorithm must satisfy the following criterias. First one is input, second one output, third one is defineness, fourth one finiteness, fifth one effectiveness. Okay, first one input, that is the input means each algorithm must have zero or more input, that is the every algorithm has zero or more quantities are externally supplied. Every algorithm has zero or more inputs. Next one output, that is the output means the at least one quantity is produced, that is the every algorithm has at least one output is provided. It is one or more outputs, that is one or more output, but at least one output is produced. Next one defineness, that is defineness means each instruction must clear and unambiguous, that is unambiguous. Next one finiteness, that is the finiteness means the each instruction must be clear, and finiteness means if you are tracing an instructions of algorithm, then for all cases the algorithm terminated in finite number of steps. Suppose you are tracing any algorithm based on the conditions, the algorithm terminated a finite number of steps. For example, the algorithm is completed in 10 steps or 20 steps based on the condition. Where conditions means suppose a greater than 0 or a greater than, the algorithm completed in finite number of steps. Next one, effectiveness. The each algorithm must be effective and feasible. Feasible means it must be executed for any type of data. It is integer in any type of integer. It must be executed. Each instruction must be very basic so that it can be carried out. So totally the algorithm, it is any algorithm is finite number of steps it perform particular task. The every algorithm must satisfy the criteria. It is input, every algorithm has zero or more inputs. Next output, that is the every algorithm has at least one output. Next one, defineness. Each instruction must be clear and unambiguous. Next, finiteness. If you are tracing an algorithm, uh, if you are tracing an algorithm, tracing out of instructions of an algorithm, then for all the cases, the algorithm must be completed in finite number of steps. Suppose the algorithm completed in 10 steps or 12 steps or 20 steps. This total number of steps is depends on condition. Based on the conditions, based on our input, it must completed or terminated in finite number of steps. Next one, effectiveness. That is, the effectiveness means the every instruction must be effective and clear. Then the algorithms can be written. It is the algorithms can written in the sorry written in English like language or algorithm or flowcharts. The study of an algorithm. It is study of our algorithm is first one how to devise or design an algorithm. or how to create an algorithm. The algorithm is created by using different design techniques. First one, divide and conquer method and greedy method, dynamic programming, backtracking, branch and bound, and linear and non-linear and integrated program. Okay, for creating any algorithm or for designing any algorithm, we are using different techniques. There is divide and conquer method, greedy method, dynamic programming, backtracking, branch and bound, and linear and non-linear. Second one, how to express an algorithm. It is the algorithm is expressed by using different methods. It is flowcharts or pseudocode representation are different. Next, how to analyze an algorithm. An algorithm is executed. It uses computer CPU to hold the program and data. The uh, algorithm perform or the performance analysis refers to how much computing time and storing required for an algorithm. This the analysis of an algorithm is the time complexity of an algorithm and space complexity of algorithm. It is the time required uh, for execution of any algorithm and space or memory required for execution of any algorithm. Next one, how to validate an algorithm. It is how to validate algorithm. Once an algorithm is designed, it must give correct answer for all legal inputs. That is validation. This validation means it must give, after designing any algorithm, it must give correct answer for all possible legal inputs. All possible legal inputs. Next one, testing of an algorithm. How to test an algorithm? The algorithm is testing of an algorithm consists of two phases. The first one is debugging, second one is profiling. That is, the profiling means performance measurement. Okay, first one is debugging. That is, debugging is the process of execution of an algorithm on sample data test to give correct result or not. It is first one debugging. It is the debugging is the execution of an algorithm on sample uh, data sets to give correct answer or result or not. Next, performance measurement. That is performance measurement is the process of execution of a correct algorithm on data sets and measuring time and space requirement for computing the result. Okay, last one is testing. Testing means it must give the correct answer. That is, first one, it may give the correct answer to checking an error based on the sample data. After checking, you must find the performance measurement. That is, the performance measurement calculated. That is, the performance measurement is calculated on the sample data. The performance is calculated based on based on time complexity and space complexity. Next one, algorithm specification. Algorithm can be described in three ways. The first one is natural like language. That is, the algorithm can be written in English like sentence, but to achieve the defineness, the algorithm can be written in any programming languages. Actually, algorithm can be written in English like language. Second one, graphical representation called flowchart. This method is well working on algorithms is small and simple. Next, in flowchart is a diagram representation of algorithm. It can be used different types of boxes and symbols. The operations performed is written inside the box. All the symbols connected with arrays. First one, starting symbol and ending symbol. The starting symbol is represented by vowel and ending symbol is represented by vowel. Next one, process. That is, the any process is represented by rectangle. And next one, input and output statement. That is, input and output statements is represented by parallelogram, and decision making, that is condition statements are any represented by diamond, that is diamond symbol. The graphical representation, that is graphical representation is well working, only algorithm is small and simple. Next one, third method, pseudocode method. That is, In pseudocode method, it is in pseudocode method. In pseudocode method, you should typically describe the algorithm. It is describe the algorithm as a program which is resemble to the Pascal language and Algol language. It is pseudocode representation. It is in pseudocode representation. It is in pseudocode representation. Previously you have another representation, that is spark representation. In spark representation, after spark representation we are using another method, it is pseudocode representation. Okay, pseudocode representation or pseudocode conversation. First one, pseudocode representation. First one, comment lines. That is the comment lines is begin with backslash and continue until the end of the line. Next, second one, blocks. Blocks are indicated with matches braces. It is open braces and closed braces. That is called matches braces. In blocks are indicated by program or subprograms or component statements or block of the statements. The body of the procedure is represented is the block of the statements. That is the block of the statements means suppose the statements within the for loop or the statements within the while loop, the statements within the case studies, or the statements within the procedure, that is procedure or function. Next, every statement is terminated with semicolon. That is in algorithm instructions, every statement is terminated with semicolon. Next one, identifiers. That is the identifier beginning with a letter. Okay, any identifier is beginning with letter. The data types of variable are not explicitly declared. The data types, that is the data types means integer, floating point, character, boolean values, local variables, global variables are represented declared. Next, component data types. That is the components data types is represented by blocks and semicolons. Next one, assignment statements. That is the assignment of value to the variable is done using assignment statement. Suppose to assign any value to the variable or to assign any result of the expression to the variable, we are using assignment statement. That is the assignment statement is variable equal to expression, colons equal to expression. The assignment statement used for different programs in different ways, for initialization and for result declaration, for constant, for value expressions, we are using assignment statements. Next one, there are two types of boolean variables. This boolean values, that is there are two boolean values, true and false. To produce the values of boolean values, we are using logical operations. That is logical operations means and or not, and or not. Suppose the result of and operation is any boolean value, it is true or false. The result of or operation either true or false. Next, not, not same. The result of the any not operation is true or false. And the same relational operators, that is the relational operators, the result of any relational operator is also boolean value. This boolean value means true. Suppose less than, suppose a less than b, the result of a less than b or the evaluation of expression a less than b must be a boolean value. It is relational operators, that is less than or equal to, greater than or equal to, non-equal to. The result of any or the evaluation of any relational operator must give a boolean value. The boolean value is represented by true or false. Suppose in our programming knowledge we are using 0 or 1. 0 means false and 1 means true. Next one, the elements, that is array, and the array also represented by open brackets and closed brackets. It is every array has lower bound and upper bound. Next one, loop statements. That is there are three types of loop statements. The first one is while loop, second one is for loop, third one is repeat until statements. First one for loop, while condition do statement one, statement two, statement n, closure basis. The block of the statements, that is the block of the statements is represented by uh, statements, open braces and closed braces. Suppose in while loop, while the condition is true, then execute the statements, or the all the statements in the block, that is all the statements in the block is executed until the condition is true. Suppose if the condition is false, then exit the for loop, that is exit the for loop. The block of the statements is executed until the condition is true. Next one, for loop. It is the for loop means for variable value 1 to value 2, step do statement 1, statement 2, statement n, block of statements. For every value, it is for every value it executed, for every value the statements is executed by one times. For every iteration, it is after execution of the statements, the value 1 is incremented by step value. The value 1 is incremented up to value 2 value. For every iteration, after completion of iteration, the value 1 is incremented by value of step. The value 1 is incremented until the value of 2. So the for loop is executed until the value of 2 for every iteration. That is for every iteration means for execution of for each execution of statements, the value 1 is executed by step 1. Next one, repeat until loop. That is repeat until loop means the statements are executed as long as the condition is false. This in while loop, if the condition is true, that is if the condition is true, the statements is executed. But in repeat until loop, the statements is executed until the condition is false. Until the condition is false. The difference between while loop, that is the difference between while loop and repeat until loop is in repeat until loop, first the condition is checked. After checking the condition, the statements is executed. But in repeat until loop, after execution of the statements, check the condition. If the condition is true, again execute the statements. That is the all the statements executed until the condition is false. Next one. Next one, conditional statements. That is the conditional statements has following forms. First one, if then statements, if then else statements, and case statements. The first one, if statements. If statement means if the condition is true, then execute statements. Next, second one, if then else. That is if then else means if the condition is true, executes statements present in then block. Suppose if condition is false, the statements executed in else block. Okay, suppose the condition is true, execute statements. Suppose if you have more than, if there are more than conditions, that is if more than one condition, then you are using case statements. That is in case statements, suppose the condition 1 is true, executes condition statement 1. If the condition n is true, execute statement n. Suppose if any condition is not satisfying, then execute statement n plus 1. If you have more than one condition, that is if you have more than one condition or one statements, if the condition 1 true, it executes statement 1. If condition is true, execute statement 2. Suppose if condition n, it executes statement n. If no condition is satisfying, it executes statement n plus 1. Next, input output statements. That is the input output statements are using instructions read and write. For example, it is in C language you are using scanf and printf. That is the print scanf means to read the any variable input values, and write, that is write means to read, that is to read any value, that is to read any value, to print a display any value using writes. Next one, there is only one type of procedure, it is algorithm. Algorithm heading takes a form algorithm name and parameters list. Next one, the algorithm fields and returns and maximum return value. So for example, maximum of n numbers, that is in the maximum of n numbers algorithm, the algorithm max a comma n. Okay. The first statement, algorithm max a comma n. Algorithm max a comma means algorithm name of the algorithm and a comma n represent parameters list. And second slash backslash a is an array of size. It is it represent comment lines. Next third one open base. That is open base as the third statement and ninth statement represents the block of the statements. And result equal to a of 1, result equal to a of 1, and for I equal to 2 to n, I equal to 2 to n. First, suppose first we are consider first element as maximum elements and it is assigned to result variable. Suppose the first element is compared, that is the first element, the second element is compared with result value. That is result value. Result means the first element. Then if a of I, a of 2 is greater than result, then update the result value. That is suppose the second element is maximum value, and for again for compared with the third element, and again compared with the fourth element, and again compared with the fifth element, and then return the result. Okay. In this algorithm name and procedure, next we are using another process of problem algorithm selection start. It is same in selection start we are using algorithm and a of n, it is smallest element, and exchange the element, then it interchange the elements. Next one recursive algorithm. It is recursive algorithm. It is in algorithms there are two types of element, two types of algorithm. First one is iterative algorithm. It is second one is non-iterative or recursive algorithm. It is in iterative algorithm we are using only for loop. It is iteration of loops. That is iteration of loops. The statements executed more than one times. That is 10 statements. That is the 10 statements is executed 10 times. It is iterative algorithm. It is non-recursive algorithm. Next one recursive algorithm. It is the recursive function is function that is defined in terms of itself. And similarly, an algorithm is said to be recursive if the same algorithm is invoked in the body. The algorithm is called itself is called direct to recurse. The algorithm is said to be indirect to if called the another algorithm, which is turn calls A. Here there are two types of recursive algorithm: directive recursive algorithm and non-directive recursive algorithm. Indirective recursive algorithm. It is directive recursive algorithm is suppose the algorithm call itself. That is the algorithm call itself is called recursive algorithm. Suppose the algorithm is called by another algorithm is called indirective recursive algorithm. Okay, the recursive mechanism is extremely powerful, but even more important, and many times they can be expressed otherwise complex processes very clearly. Or these reasons we are introducing recursion. Example for recursion is examples for recursion we are using towers of Hanai problem. It is in towers of Hanai problem you can generate all possible permutations for list of characters. In towers of Hanai problem, it is in towers of Hanai problem, towers of Hanai problem, suppose there are three towers. That is there are three towers and golden discs. The discs are decreased in size and stacked on tower in decreasing order size from bottom to top. The discs are transferred from tower A to tower B using tower T as intermediate storage. At any time, it is an any time can this small disk, it is at any time the small disk is on top of big disks. Okay, small disk on the top of big disk, or the size of the disk is, that is at any time the size of the disk is decreases from bottom to top. Next, this problem is solved by using recursion to get the large disk, that is to get large disk to bottom of the to get the large disk move bottom of the tower B, you move remaining N1 disk to C and move the large disk to B and move the large disk to B and then move remaining disks from C to B, and then move A and move. Okay. By using recursion, we are solve the towers of Hanei problem. In according to towers of Hanei problem, it is towers of Hanei problem. According to legend, at the time the world was created, there is a diamond tower with 64 golden discs. Discs are decreasing size, stacked on the top, decreasing on the size from bottom to top. Beside this, the towers are two on diamond towers, label B and label 3. Since the time of creation, mm, move the mo- moving the disks from tower A to tower by using tower C as a intermediate storage. The disks are very heavy and moved only one at a time. In addition to no time can disk on top of smaller disks. According to legend, the world will come into even have complete this task. Okay. Very solution resulting from this using recursion, assuming number of disks is n. To get the large disk to the bottom of B, you first move remaining n disks to C, then move large disk to B. Now you are left with task moving disk from tower C to B. To this you are again, you have tower A B available. In fact, you are move towers B has disk on its ignored, and disks are larger than disks are moving from C. So any disk can be placed on the top of it. Next is algorithm. In this algorithm, it is a recursive algorithm. Towers of Honey n x y z transfer n disk from x to y using Z as intermediate storage. To transfer the n disk from X to Y, Z as intermediate storage, first transfer n minus 1 disks from X to Z, that is X to Z, and the nth disk is transferred from X to Y. Next, after transferring nth disk, again transfer n by 1 disks from Z to Y, that is Z to Y, Y as intermediate storage, Y as Z2Y X as intermediate storage. It is a recursive algorithm. In recursive algorithm, we are moving n disks from one tower to another tower at any time. It is at any time the size of the disk is decreases from bottom to top. Only one disk is transferred from one tower to another tower at any time. It is at any time the size of the disk is decreasing. Yes. Okay. It is recursive algorithm. By recursion you can transfer the n disks. Next, performance analysis. Performance analysis of any algorithm. It is the performance analysis calculated by using two methods. The first one, space complexity. Second one, time complexity. It is first one, space complexity. Space complexity of an algorithm is the amount of memory is needed to run to compilation. Okay. Second one, time complexity. The time complexity of an algorithm is the amount of computer time it's needed to run to compilation. Okay, first one, space complexity. Space complexity of an algorithm. That is, space complexity of an algorithm uh, is space required by each algorithm is sum of the two components. That is, sum of the two following components. Two components. The first one is fixed part. Second one is variable part. That is fixed part. That is the fixed part that is independent of the characteristics of inputs and outputs. It is not depends on the input and output. Fixed part is not independent, that is independent on the characteristics, that is size or number. um, uh, Fixed part, that is the fixed part is includes instruction space, and next one, instruction space, that is space for code. Next one, space for simple variables, space for component variables, and space for constants, and so on. So these are the fixed part. That is, the fixed part is the independent characteristics of input and outputs. So first we are calculating, it is we are calculating fixed part. Next we are calculating variable part. That is, the variable part consists of space needed by the component variables. That is, space needed by the component variables, uh, whose size is depends on particular problem instant being solved. Okay, the component variable, that is, the component variable sizes depends on particular problem instant being solved. The variable part includes, the first one is space needed by reference variables. Space depends on instant characteristics. Next, second one, recursive stack space. Same space depends on instant characteristics. Next, the space required, that is, the space requirement S of P of an algorithm. P may be written as may be written as S of P equal to C plus SP of instant characteristics, where C is constant. That is, where C is constant and S of P is instant characteristics. Suppose to calculate the space complexity, that is, to calculate the space complexity, you must calculate, that is, you must calculate the instant characteristics. That is, the instant characteristics. After calculating the instant characteristics, that is, after calculating the instant characteristics, we are calculating the space required by particular algorithm. Okay, for example, that is, for example, the sum of n numbers. That is, in sum of n numbers, first you are calculating instant characteristics. That is, the instant characteristics means the problem instance for this algorithm is characterized by n. Here, instant characteristics means sum of n numbers. Sum of n numbers means sum of 10 numbers. It is sum of 20 numbers based on your input. So the instant characteristics is characterized by n, the number of elements to be summed. Space needed by n is one word since it is integer type. Next, the space needed by a is a space needed by variables of type array of floating point numbers. So it required at least n words since a must be large enough to store the n elements. So n plus 3, that is n plus s, that is, the s means space needed by n, space needed by a, and space needed by s. S means here sum. Space needed by s, space needed by n. Next one, space needed by I. It requires three words. So totally the sum of n numbers is sum of n greater than or equal to n plus 3. Here n is the array of n elements. 3 is space needed for n, space needed for I, space needed for s. That is, s means the total sum of n numbers. It is space complexity. It is the performance of any algorithm. It is the performance of any algorithm is calculated. This performance of any algorithm is calculated by sum of n numbers.